The IMF's approach, Ghana is going through IMF, but the IMF's approach to fiscal consolidation, which involves reducing government spending and or increasing taxes to address deficits and debts, can indeed lead to countries becoming tax testy. And when we talk about tax testy, that is where countries resort to just increasing taxes, and at the end they tax out the entire economy. This is one of the features of an IMF program. Therefore, the design of most IMF programs, including Ghana's program, gave small premium to tax compliance as a vehicle for increasing tax revenue. Tax compliance did not count much in the tax revenue model. Hence, the significant increases in taxes in 2023. However, rather than make countries tax testy, tax compliance measures and widening the tax net could, whilst requiring investments, lead to correction in tax revenue leakages. We know that tax increases can lead to higher costs for businesses. We know that tax increases can reduce the disposable income for individuals. And also we know that tax increases can slow down economic growth. They can also create political unrest, as we have seen in our history in Ghana. Our government, the previous MPP government, had to suffer from the increased taxes and introduction of new ones in 2023. But this was required because we had to address a huge fiscal adjustment to meet the IMF primary balance target of 0.5% deficit on commitment basis. This adjustment involved a fiscal effort of 4 percentage points of GDP that year. That was a huge adjustment. And Ghanaians really did well by actually enduring this. It was a huge adjustment, and I admit that. But the political consequences have been felt. Just as the political consequences of IMF-induced tax increases have become a feature of our political history, as we saw in 2016 and then in 2024. Notwithstanding the weaknesses of the IMF fiscal consolidation program, the fund in its regional economic outlook for 2025 alludes to some of the measures outlined earlier for addressing tax revenue leakages by recommending efforts at broadening the tax base, reducing arbitrary exemptions, simplifying the tax code, and giving greater emphasis on corporate tax and property tax.